Once upon a time, in a small village in Germany, there lived a hard-working farmer and his clever daughter. Although the farmer was not wealthy, he regarded his daughter as the apple of his eye and taught her all kinds of knowledge and the wisdom of life attentively. One day, the king of this country encountered a very difficult riddle, which had troubled all the ministers and wise men in the court. The king was so angry that he announced to the whole country that if anyone could solve this riddle, he would grant this person one wish. After hearing this news, the farmer's daughter decided to have a try. She sat at the shabby but clean wooden table at home, holding the paper with the king's riddle on it, and began to think seriously. Sometimes she frowned, and sometimes her eyes lit up. Everything around seemed to be quiet, only the sound of the quill gently scratching on the paper in her hand. After a whole day of hard thinking, she finally thought of a way to solve the problem. The next day, she bravely walked towards the palace. The palace was tall and magnificent, and the guards all looked at this girl from the small village curiously. When she stood in front of the king and many ministers, she was not the least bit timid. She began to answer the king's riddle clearly and methodically. Her voice was clear and firm, and every word was full of wisdom. At first, the ministers still looked at her with doubtful eyes, but as she went deeper and deeper into the answer, their expressions gradually changed from doubt to surprise, and finally to admiration. The king was also impressed by her intelligence, and he looked at the girl with admiration. According to the previous promise, the king asked her what wish she wanted. The farmer's daughter thought for a while, and then said with a smile, "Your Majesty, I hope to become your queen, so that I can use my wisdom to help you govern this country better." The king was touched by her courage and unique wish, so he decided to marry this clever girl as his queen. Since then, the farmer's daughter has become the queen. With her own wisdom, she has put forward a lot of useful suggestions in the court and helped the king solve many difficulties. She has not forgotten her hometown either, and often sends people to help the villagers there improve their lives. She and the king live happily together, and this story has been widely praised on the land of Germany, becoming an example to inspire children to study hard and use their wisdom.